All right, let's talk about the smart home. If you've ever felt completely lost in all the tech jargon and the endless lists of gadgets, you're in the right place. We're going to find a clear path right through that maze.
Have you ever started looking into smart home stuff and just felt your brain immediately go into overload? If you have, trust me, you are definitely not alone. It's a world that's just jam-packed with gadgets and a dizzying number of choices.
Just take a look at this. You've got cameras, displays, doorbells, and door locks. Then there are hubs, sensors, plugs, speakers. It's a lot to wrap your head around all at once. But we're just getting started.
Then you've got relays, valves, thermostats, smart bulbs, wall switches, smoke detectors, robot vacuums, even sirens. Seriously, it's no wonder people feel overwhelmed. It feels less like you're building a home and more like you're flipping through an electronics catalog.
But hey, don't worry. We're going to sort all of this out today. Here's our game plan. First, we'll look at this overload problem. Then, we'll reframe the whole question. After that, we'll break things down by what you actually want to do, like security or comfort. We'll talk about the brains that make it all work, and then wrap up with a super simple way for you to get started.
So yeah, this universe of choices, it's not just a little confusing, it's honestly the biggest hurdle. It creates what they call analysis paralysis, right? That feeling where there are so many options, you don't even know where to begin, so you just don't.
So, to break out of that paralysis, we have to do something really important. We have to completely shift our perspective. We're going to stop thinking about gadgets and start thinking about goals.
Okay, this right here, this is the most important idea in this entire explainer. Just stop asking, what smart gadget should I buy? Instead, start asking, what problem in my home do I actually want to solve? That one little change, it makes everything else fall into place.
And this map just lays it out perfectly. If what you want is peace of mind, you start looking at security and sensor devices. If you want more comfort, you look at lighting and climate control. Want to make life a little easier? You focus on automation. See how that just cuts through all the noise? Let's dive into those first two.
First up, let's talk security. This is a big one for a lot of people. It's all about getting that peace of mind, using a set of digital eyes, ears, and locks so you know your home is safe, whether you're on the couch or on vacation.
So the key players in this space are pretty straightforward. You've got cameras and video doorbells so you can see what's going on, smart locks to control who comes and goes, and then you have a whole family of sensors for doors, windows, motion, and even for things like water leaks or smoke.
Now, once you get a camera or a doorbell, you hit a really crucial fork in the road. Where does all that video footage get stored? On the one hand, you've got cloud storage. It's super convenient. You can access it from anywhere, but it usually costs a monthly fee. On the other hand, you have internal storage, like an SD card. That's a one-time cost, and your data stays private right there in your house. It's really a classic trade-off between convenience and privacy.
All right, let's switch gears to our next problem area, creating comfort and ambiance. This is all about using tech not just to be functional, but to actually make your house feel more like a home, more pleasant, more responsive to you.
Here, we're talking about devices that really let you fine-tune your environment. Things like smart LED bulbs to set the perfect mood lighting, smart thermostats to keep the temperature just right, and even air quality monitors. And then there's my personal favorite, the super versatile smart plug.
This quote absolutely nails it. A smart plug is like the secret weapon of the smart home. You can take any simple thing, a lamp, a fan, your coffee maker, anything that just has a simple on-off switch and plug it into one of these, and boom! Just like that, it's part of your smart home and you can control it with your phone or your voice.
Okay, so you've picked a few devices. You have a smart lock and a smart light bulb. But how do they talk to each other? How do they work together? Well, that's where the brains of the operation come in. We need a central nervous system to connect everything.
Usually, this job is done by a dedicated smart hub, or what's way more common these days, a smart speaker or a smart display. Think of these devices as the conductor of your smart home orchestra. They listen for your commands and tell all the other gadgets what to do.
Now, under the hood, you might hear some techie terms like Zigbee or Thread. They're basically special radio languages that lots of small battery-powered devices use. The only thing you really need to know is that they create something called a mesh network. That just means devices can pass messages along to each other, which makes the whole system super reliable.
And this is the future, a real game changer. For years, getting a device from Company A to talk to a device from Company B was a huge headache. Matter is a new universal language that's designed to fix that problem for good.
When you see that Matter logo, it means it should just work with everything. No fuss.
Now, all of these different technologies are usually organized by one of the big three ecosystems: Amazon's Alexa, Google Home, or Apple's HomeKit. And honestly, it's a really good idea to just pick a team early on. Choosing one of these to be your main brain makes life so much easier, because then you can just look for devices that work with the ecosystem you've already chosen.
Okay, we've gone through the concepts. We've untangled the mess. Now for the most important part, let's put it all together into a simple, step-by-step guide to get you started on your own smart home journey without any of the stress.
Here it is, just 4 easy steps. First, pick one problem to solve. Don't try to make your whole house smart at once. Just focus on security or lighting or whatever matters most to you. Second, choose your main ecosystem, your brain. Third, when you go to buy something, just look on the box for that Works With logo or the new Matter logo. And finally, and this is the most important rule of all, start small. Just buy one smart plug or a couple of smart bulbs. See if you like it. You can always add more later on.
See? The moment you shift your focus from buying gadgets to solving problems, that whole overwhelming maze just kind of disappears. It all becomes much clearer. So, the only question left is, what problem are you going to solve first?